Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler, your hostess today here on Emmanuel Community, and I'm surrounded by some beautiful paintings with a beautiful woman. She is one of the employees here at Emmanuel who has a passion, actually a newfound passion,
yes,
I understand.
Yes.
I thought looking at all the things that you do, and we'll look at your pictures, that you've been painting like all your life.
No, actually I started painting about 6 months ago, and I started taking classes from Val Voigt. And I've just enjoyed it so much, I thought I'd share it with the residents, and they enjoy it really.
And she does! So we want to tell you, first of all, her name is Brenda. Is it Wickline?
Yep, Wickline.
I gotta look at here. We have little posters. Let me just, for a minute, show you. This is their first grouping, residents' first painting group with Brenda. And then this is the second little grouping, and that's the third. So we want to display what our residents are doing, but we'll let Brenda kind of explain how she got started on this, and how do you introduce it to the, I mean, you got to be a teacher.
Well, I wasn't sure I could do it at first, but I happened to bring some paintings in, and Julie saw them, and she says, "Oh, can you paint with the residents?" And I'm like, well, I could try. So it just kind of grew, and they loved it, and we enjoyed it, and we just had so much fun with it that.
So do you take like a lesson you've had with Val?
Yep. So this first one was my first lesson with Val.
So this is like Pussy Willows, isn't it?
Yep, this is Pussy Willows.
Isn't that neat? So did you bring some Pussy Willows for them?
I couldn't find any because we did them before they came out.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But
everybody knows what they look like. So here we have, and we have the names of it, but some have got a lot of color. It's just neat because you can see the variety and how they don't all have to look the same.
Right, and they don't.
Oh, no. So when you did yours, you held yours up?
I brought my picture, which is right here. I brought it in so they could look at it and see what it looks like. And
then
I just taught them how to do it.
I love it. So we have the supplies here, I suppose.
Yep. Emmanuel furnished all the supplies.
Okay,
so.
And it looks like everybody had, so does it take like an hour? How much time did you spend?
This one took about an hour and a half.
All right.
This one took a little longer because it's a little more difficult, but
okay.
So
well, let's look at the second group here, and also just because we're like pre-advertising here, get your calendar out and write this date down on your calendar. Wednesday, June the 20th, from 2 to 6. Here at Emmanuel, we're going to have our annual art event, and we are going to be displaying our resident art. And not only the residents that Brenda will be painting with, but also our residents that live at the Madison and at the Lamplighter and at the Cottage. All over our campus, we have got artists, resident artists, and we're going to have on display not only their paintings, but some people do needlework, some people work with wood. We have some volunteers here at Emmanuel Community that make things out of wood and work with metal and all different kinds of things. We have, there's some potters around that we're going to be showing. We kind of did this last year, and it was such a big hit. So we're going to have a whole afternoon of art, and that's going to be Wednesday, June the 20th. So we're also inviting the community artists, and if you are interested, if you have a neat little thing that you do and want to share, we just have a little form. Put your name and what it is, and we would love to have you come and have a display, have a table, and tell us about how you are involved in art and how art makes a difference in your life, and just tell us about the passion that you have and share it. So this is all going to happen on June 20th, so we're working toward that end. So here's some of our residents. You can see they're busy painting away, and I love these trees. Of course, I'm a evergreen tree person. I have a little collection of evergreen trees. I love evergreen trees. So this is the second, and then the third. Now look at all the deep color in here. I love it. Tell me about this picture.
This is a sunset with a hill, and it's kind of difficult to get the depth, but they did a really well job trying to get the depth of the hill.
I think it's
turned out
awesome.
Very nice.
And I love the vibrant colors. So far, so you do it once a month?
We do it once a month.
Okay. What's your next project going to be?
Well, I like to keep it a secret, but I can tell them we're going to do lilacs.
Lilac. Purple!
Purple. So it'll be purple.
You should try to, do they have smelling paint? I think of lilacs and how great they smell. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh, that would be fun. But I don't know if I'll be able to bring in lilacs. They're blooming now, so.
Ooh. And so you're not doing it till when?
Probably not till June.
Okay.
So.
Well,
we'll
snap
see.
some pictures. You know what? If you're a photographer, we're also looking for people who take pictures. We've got a few people here on campus that are good photographers. So, well, we should send out Brenda Labine to take
there
pictures.
You go.
Yeah, then you'd have those on so
there
the
you go.
residents could do that. Have
That's
you done it yet with Val Voigt?
No, this one I'm doing on my own. So this is going to be one I do on my own.
She's branching out. She's branching out. I love it.
I'm going to try it, so we'll see how it goes.
I have a feeling it's going to go just fine. Just taking a look at some of your pictures here. So this is your sunset picture, right?
Yep.
Okay. And this is the winter tree. And this is the sea willow one. So where do you get your inspiration? What does your eye tell you to paint?
Actually, I got some books from the library that help me.
Okay.
And some of them have step-by-step instructions, which helps me a lot.
Like step by step.
And that's how we do the residents' pictures, too. It's step-by-step.
Okay.
So they can follow along, so.
And obviously, you have some of the same residents, and then you pick up new ones along the way?
Once in a while, we get different ones, and some don't show up, so.
Yeah.
We don't always have the same residents coming, so which is kind of nice.
Yeah. That is nice. So did this, you said this one took about an hour and a half.
Yeah. This one took about 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
This one took a little longer because of the colors and blending it.
That was an all-afternoon project. Oh, you had to blend the colors.
Yes, because you have to blend the colors, and they did pretty good with it. But
I think they did real well. They did really well. They did really well. It does looks like you could just walk that way, too. I like the road. And they all put flowers along the way?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the best thing about art. Art is so individual. Every picture it's kind of the same, but it's kind of different. So that's really neat. That's really neat. So you're going to do lilacs in June, and obviously you're enjoying it.
Oh yes, we enjoy it very much.
So do you blah 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 too when you're? I mean, that's a good a way to communicate with people and to have just a great afternoon.
Oh yeah.
Hear some stories. I bet when they were doing this, they were thinking of stories about getting Christmas trees at some time in their life. And
oh, yes.
Yeah, it does. It just stirs the memories, the memories. Maybe that's the wonderful thing about art, is that everybody's different, and there's an art medium that will talk to you and just speak to your heart and speak to your soul. And that's part of being healthy. That's part about being healthy, is just being surrounded by beautiful things. And the residents here are doing a good job, and we're excited. We do post them over by the coffee shop. On the wall. So we do have a little resident board and have that on display so that the families and volunteers can also participate and appreciate it all. Another thing then that we want to tell you about Wednesday, June the 20th, is that when you come, of course, we're going to have food, because we can't have a gathering unless we have food. And that's kind of an art by itself, too.
That's just a given.
I love that part. I love that part. So we're going to thank Brenda for coming today. We're going to just take a little time now, and we're going to show you some of the pictures that she has done. And we hope that this time will just be a little bit to you to sit down and relax and enjoy some beauty and think, you know, this is a good thing. Join us for the art event. And again, if you're an artist and you want to display anything, contact Sandy Leah here at Emmanuel, or just call the office and they'll put you in touch with her. But we'd love to have you come and display. This is one we want it to be a community event, not just an Emmanuel community event, but an entire Lakes community event. So bring your beautiful art. Plan on June the 20th. It's a Wednesday from 2 to 6. Brenda's going to be here. We'll have some of her things, but right now, let's just enjoy her art.